Hello, welcome back to Book Bar and welcome to my March TBR. March is a super special month for me because it is my birthday month, so yay. I always look forward to March, but I probably won't get a ton of reading done, so my TBR is a little bit smaller. I say that, it's probably not, because my TBR is a little smaller because I have my brothers coming to visit and I have a friend coming down to celebrate my birthday. So 2 weekends I will be completely busy. So we shall see if I get a lot of reading done, but I still gotta get my TBR going. First, I'm gonna do one of my 22 books to read in 2022. I'm still a little bit ahead on that, so I'm only gonna read one because, of course, I picked the largest book last month, or this month. So I have Empire of the Vampire by Kristoff. I know that this is an adult grimdark fantasy, and that's all I know about it. It's about vampires. I don't want to read a ton about it just because I like to go in kind of blind. So this edition, I say it's really big, but I read House of Sky and Breath and House of Earth and Blood this month, and they're both longer than this. And this one has illustrations and everything, so hopefully it won't take me too long, but of course it's not my usual genre. So we shall see. I'm excited to read it though, because I've heard only good things about this, and it'll be my first foray into adult fantasies, adult grimdark fantasies, because House of Earth and Blood and House of Sky and Breath are both fantasy romances, so they're more up my alley than that. And then of course I'm doing my 12 favorite books that I read in 2021. I'm doing a rewind of them, and so I'm going to be reading Birthday Girl, which is my favorite book of all time. It's fitting. I actually did a spinner wheel for this. I did not choose to read this month. Well, I did, but it was a spinner wheel, so totally random that Birthday Girl came up in March because that is my birthday month. I have already reread this multiple times, tabbed it up. I will probably annotate this. It is about Jordan and Pike is Jordan's boyfriend's father, and so it's an age gap, slow burn. There is cheating, but it's not by the hero or the heroine. So they don't cheat on anyone with each other. But there is cheating in this book. So do know that going in. But cheating doesn't really bother me when it's not by the hero or the heroine. It's not a trigger for me. So if it was by the hero or the heroine, I would probably be bugged. But it's not. I love this book so much. It is just, I read it last year in March around my birthday because I was like, oh, I heard only good things, and it became my favorite book. And I read it 3 times last year already. So we'll be reading it again. I own it in every format possible: Kindle edition, audiobook, physical book, all of the ways to own it. I own it because it is my favorite book. So I will be reading this. And then I'm also going to be reading my 12 books by 12 friends. So I'm going to be reading A Certain Appeal by Vanessa King. I don't know much about it other than it's a Pride and Prejudice retelling set on the backdrop of a burlesque club. So hey, tell me less. That sounds amazing. And then I have a couple and then I do my spinner wheel for books on my bookshelf. Arrogant Assassin by Lyssa Cole. It's a fun signed edition because I got it in a book box. Emma Boone knew he was trouble from the moment she spilled his drink on him. He had ice blue eyes, dark hair, and a body built to sin. Too bad his personality didn't match. Arrogant jerk. If bumping into him during her entire vacation wasn't enough, she definitely didn't expect him to be from her hometown. But there he was, handsome and sexy as ever, with a huge attitude to match one she didn't care for. That is, until he needs help and they find themselves spending a lot of time together. She gets to see a side of Ryder Stone she didn't know he had, and now she only wants more. But sometimes you really don't know someone like you thought. And when truths are revealed, how much can you accept before it all becomes too much? This is a super short book. I mean, it's not even 200 pages. So it's perfect to go with Empire of the Vampire because that one's so long. So I will be reading that. And then I have a book club on Instagram where we're reading through, we started with the Wallflowers and we just finished the Ravenells, we just finished the Hathaways, and now we're moving on to the Ravenells. So we're going to first read Cold-Hearted Rake by Lyssa Kleypas. This is following Devin Ravenell and Kathleen, who sounds like she is a widow. So that sounds amazing. I don't read the backs, just because I do like to kind of go in blind. I mean, I know a little bit because these are older, so people know about them. And then After that, we're going to read Marrying Winterborne, also by Lyssa Kleypas. My edition's not the best, but it is still a step back, so love this. I know this is Rhys Winterborne and Helen Ravenells. This is some people's favorite of the series, so I'm excited. I know people don't love Cold Hearted Rake, like it's the slow. Everyone says like that's their least favorite, so not super excited to read that one, but it'll still be great. And then I have a couple book clubs other than my own that I want to participate in. First is the Cover to Cover book club, which is hosted by Sam from Sam Reads a Little and Tori from Novel Life, and they're reading Transcendence by Shay, which sounds like it's a caveman romance. So I don't know if it's like a time travel romance, but it's definitely a caveman. Eid is a caveman living on his own in a harsh wilderness. He's strong and intelligent, but completely alone. When he finds a beautiful young woman in his pit trap, it's obvious to him that she's meant to be his mate. All right, sounds good. I don't want to keep reading because I don't want to get spoiled for anything. And then the historical Hellions, which is hosted by Books with Samantha. Samantha from Books with Samantha and Jess from Peace Love Books. They are reading A Knight in Shining Armor by Jude Deveraux. This is once upon a time, as a fair maiden lay weeping upon a cold tombstone, her heartfelt desire was suddenly made real before her. Tall, broad of shoulder, attired in gleaming silver and gold, her knight in shining armor had come to rescue his damsel in distress. That sounds fantastic. I hate this cover. I wish I had the original cover, but which I will try to put a picture up here. I will be hopefully reading this so I can participate in their live show discussion, be in the comments of it. And then the Rake Appreciation Society, which is hosted by Jen from the Book Refuge and Kristoff from Crystal's Bookish Life. They are reading The Proposal by Mary Balogh. I know nothing about it, but their books are always good, and I love participating in their discussions, so I'm not going to read anything about it. I will just read the book and hopefully enjoy it so I can participate in their discussion. And then those are all of the book clubs that I'm going to participate in for now. I might do the Ravished by Romance, but they haven't announced their book yet, so not going to say anything yet. And then I always pick a Kindle Unlimited book, and this month I'm going to be reading The Bully by Sophie Lark, which is the third book in her Kingmaker series, and that follows Dean and Kat, which we met in the first two books of The Brutal Birthright. Dean was the third point of view in The Heir, and Kat was the third point of view in The Rebel. And I know Dean is supposed to be like a Draco Malfoy-like character, because Kingmakers is like a mafia Hogwarts. So I'm really excited. I've heard that he has like the best redemption arc ever. And then I'm also going to read The Spy by Sophie Lark, which I don't know anything about The Spy. You're not supposed to know anything about The Spy. Like, it's all supposed to be really hidden. I know that you're supposed to like kind of be able to look for clues while reading The Bully, so I might not, we'll see. And then the reason I'm reading both of those is because my new release pick that I want to read is The Savage by Sophie Lark, which comes out next month, or this month if you're watching it in March. Comes out in March, so I'm hoping to get to that one as well because I really want to read it. I know that I have to read a couple of the Underworld books before I can read The Savage. But the Underworld books are pretty short, so I should be able to get to them before the end of the month and be able to hopefully get to The Savage before the end of the month. So that is. And then once I have done that, then I'll only have like 4 or 5 more books for my Sophie Lark, like that I have to read from her backlist. And I can do a full deep dive of Sophie Lark later because she is probably my favorite author. I absolutely love her. And I cannot wait to read I just want to read all of her books. And I know she has like a couple coming out this year. One is going to be like a fantasy romance. And then she's got another fantasy coming out, I think maybe in October or possibly 2022. But yeah, that is all I have on my TBR for now. I will pick out a nonfiction book. I'm thinking I might do the Alex Trebek memoir because I love Alex Trebek and I love Jeopardy. But I haven't decided yet. I have to check if it's available from my library. I don't tend to buy nonfiction books, so I usually just read them from the library or I'll listen to them. So I have to see what's available and I will go from there. But I haven't picked one yet and I'm really not that worried about it because March is a long month and so I got a lot of time to decide. But that is all I have for now. Let me know down in the comments what you're planning on reading in March. Have you read any of these books? What do you think of what are your thoughts on these? If you want to join my Lyssa Kleypas Ravenells book read along, let me know. I'll add you to the Facebook or to the Instagram group. It's a fun time. It's nothing serious. Like, we literally talk on Sundays for like an hour, just messaging back and forth. It's fun. And we're sharing the Ravenells this month, so I'm excited for that. And that is all I have for now. Hit like, subscribe, comment. It would help me immensely. I would love for my channel to keep growing. But that is all, and I'll talk to y'all in the next one. Bye!